When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
The short hands, it's Rodgers. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Got a man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Now on the move. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. This This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. I'll tell you, there are a lot of head coaches out there that talk a big game, and they say they're aggressive, and they're going to go for it, and then the game starts, and all of a sudden they get conservative. Not this guy. Opening drive, 4th and short. He runs the football, picks it up when he was already in field goal.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Off the play fake on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air, it's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Rodgers. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll run the screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
At the 35, he's got room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy's...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting with...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Haynes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Marsh. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The play action fake. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football. Nope.
It's a fake. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt.
Man, everybody loves a fake punt until it doesn't work. And how about the defense? Great job being aware, not falling asleep. That's what happens. A lot of times you fall asleep, you give up a big play, give up the first down. They were dialed in, they were ready, and they stopped the guy just short of the first down. And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet.
Turning it on! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Throws toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
This one's complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency in getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Floating away. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football.
Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He may keep that rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Hey, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. Looking for more room. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, nice Nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. It's complete to the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Raiola. Caught near the sticks, it's Johnson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
So now it's 2nd and long. These corners backing off a bit. Quarterback extends the play. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Breaks into the open. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Firing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, running back gets to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He lofts one down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Michigan! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off play action on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because it's so exciting to watch.
Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Finds a little space. Picks up the 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's at...
He's got it inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They are up by 23 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To throw, it's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Running free. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Husker. And that one will give them the lead.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Finds his big tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be third and long. Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down plays.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Fitted in the window for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets open down the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Brown wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Past the 45. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver. He catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Might be changing the route. Brown will throw it. Fires to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Wolverines racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picks up the first down, still moving. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. The throw. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Bolitnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few 1st downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
He uncorks one deep, and he's got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Off the play fake. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Touchdown, Wolverines! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
27, Bloomsburg University.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
White 53. White 53.
Brown will throw it. Dances away. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of... it.